Hi everybody, I'm Spike Brave, and today I'd like to give you a look at the battle grid and how exactly that works in Mechwarrior Online. I received a request for a tutorial for the battle grid, so I thought I would run out to the testing grounds real quick and talk a little bit about that. It's a little bit difficult to show you that when I'm not in a game, but some of the features aren't really that useful in a game either, so I'll just talk about the battle grid a little bit, and we'll go from there and see if there's any questions or if I need to update this video. If I do, please leave me know in the comments below, and I will make a more in-depth video if we decide that we need that. So first of all, in the center of my screen there at the bottom is my mini-map. I am the yellow triangle there in the center in D5, and all the mini-map does here is show me the area of the map that's right around my mech, and any mechs that I'm detecting, or any mechs that my team has detected and targeted. So to target something, you hit R.
Target acquired.
I've got a target acquired, and it's that commando out in front of me. So now if anybody on my team would be sharing my targeting information, so that's important to know. A lot of times in a match, you'll see a player requesting locks because he has LRMs. Really what he wants you to do is target somebody so he can get a missile lock. So keep that in mind. Sometimes the terminology is a little confusing. At least if you want to be very clear as far as how the developers have named things in game, I have targeted the commando so I could get a missile lock if I had missiles. Very minor detail, but could be important. Just wanted to clarify that up if some players were confused about getting locks for their teammates. What they want you to do is target them, not get a lock. So I'm sharing my targeting information about this commando, and as you can see, he's in D4. So that's the basics of the battle grid here. It's just that grid at the bottom, and I can use that to communicate to my team, hey, I'm in D5, I see somebody in D4. That much information is probably not necessary and somewhat difficult to type in chat in the middle of a match, but if I just said D4, my teammates would know, hey, he sees something in D4. So let's look at the battle grid itself. So if we hit the B key, and you can rebind this to anything you'd like. The default is B, and I've left it at that. There's the battle grid. The whole map's there. So you can see that I'm in D5 still. I'm still there. There's the mech that I'm targeting. He's in D4. And now if I had some teammates that were targeting stuff, I could see where that was. So this is a good way to get a whole look at the battlefield. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit, because there's a cicada right behind this commando. And behind that cicada is a catapult on this map. And what I'm going to do is, there we go. So as you can see, I'm detecting all three mechs. I have the commando targeted, but these three mechs are also in my detection radius. And that detection radius is that the two yellow lines coming off my triangle. That's letting me know what my detection radius is. And I'll go into detecting, targeting, and battle mechs in a different tutorial, but just want to kind of give that basic here while I'm showing you the battle grid here. So we'll hit B again. Now as you can see, I'm getting all the information about the mechs that I can detect. So I'm going to turn just slightly, because that commando is not inside my targeting or my detection radius. So now he is. So we'll hit B again. There's the three battle mechs, their location, so I could use the battle grid to tell my teammates where everything is. Now, a few things that'll be a little different when you're using the battle grid when you're actually playing a match is up top on the left hand side, you'll see three buttons: Take Company Command, Take Lance Command, and Resign Command. Take Company Command means that you're willing to command all the lances in your company, 3 lances in a company. If you take Lance Command, you're just commanding your lance. If you no longer wish to do that, just hit Resign Command, and you will no longer be the commander. Really, all that does for in-game is give you the ability to issue commands. I've seen the bottom left-hand corner. There are the commands. So there's an attack, defend, move, hold, left flank, or flank left, flank right. What'll happen is if you're playing an actual match and you've taken command, if you've taken Lance Command, if you come over to the battle grid and click on a sector, so if I clicked on C2, I'd see a little yellow dot, and what would happen is my Lance name would come up. So if I'd taken command of Alpha Lance, hit that, it would say Alpha Lance in C2 here, and then I'd click on that, and it would give me the a little menu that pops up out of the little rectangle that'll be over this that has this list of commands that we see on the left-hand bottom side. That's how you issue orders. So if I wanted them to attack, if I'd like to issue an attack order to my lance, click on it, click on the box, click on attack, and then there'd be that circle with the crosshairs in it that would go over that grid location. Now, a couple things. There is no guarantee anyone's going to pay any attention to what you're doing if you're doing this, and most likely you will be ignored. So keep that in mind. It's there. It's a tool. Your mileage varies depending on your teammates and how much attention they're paying and how much they want to listen to you. So keep that in mind. This doesn't force anybody to do anything. Pretty much all it is putting a suggestion on the map. Something else to keep in mind. Those symbols that indicate the different things, so the shield for defend, if you put that on the square, it takes up the whole freaking square. A lot of people get really annoyed because they can't see what's going on their mini-map anymore. So let's say I put that big, giant shield in C3 here. Well, it'd have this big yellow shield over everything, and if you were looking at that in your mini-map, you might not be able to tell which way this catapult is facing. So a lot of players get really frustrated when there's stuff hanging out on the map, they can't see what's going on. So keep that in mind too, that you may be causing some hate and discontent because people can't see what's going on. This has been a look at the battle grid and how you can use it. As I said, I'm just kind of going through the options that are available. Oh, and I forgot to mention that across the bottom here we can drag it. If we click, doesn't really buy anything. We can zoom in. I don't know if that really buys you anything either. We'll zoom back out. And then toggle battle grid, so turn it off and on. And of course, the last option is the info panel. If you hit I. Huh, that must only work when you're playing a live match. In a live match, if you hit I, there'd be a little line over each mech that would say the pilot name and the type of mech it is. So that's been a look at this battle grid. As I said, issuing commands is really, really cumbersome. Trying to click all this stuff when you're playing a match is just difficult at best, and in the middle of a firefight, you'd just be dead because you'd be severely outmaneuvered. You do maintain control of your battle mech. As you can see, I can still move around and stuff. I can't shoot, so that's not real helpful. But I can still move around. Can't torso twist, and you can tell that the background's moving. I really have no idea where I'm at though. Well, I guess I know I'm in D4, but as far as what's actually going on, I have no clue. So this isn't the best way to communicate with your teammates by issuing commands on the battle grid, in my opinion. If you're seeing something or have an idea, what I'd recommend is you type in chat. So that's been a look at this battle grid. I hope this tutorial's helped you out, taught you a little bit. If there's more you'd like me to cover, I'd be more than happy to either extend this video, make a new video, or whatever you'd like to see on this one. As I said, this is kind of a little one, a tough one to do outside a game. And what I think I'll do is I will append a little short clip on the end of this where I actually go into a match. And I will issue a few commands so you can see how it works with an example, not just an explanation. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel. If you have some questions, or if there's something particular you'd like to see, leave me a note in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to provide a video for you. Have great luck on the battlefield, and I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot. Hi everybody, here's that little append I promised with some actual gameplay of using the battle grid. So you can see I'm dropping into the new map, Viridian Bog, on Skirmish. What I'll do is I'll take command from the start screen, which is another place those three buttons that I pointed out in the battle grid appear. So you can see I can take company command or I can take lance command, so we'll go ahead and take company command. Something else you'll notice is I get a little star by my name. If I were to take lance command, I'd get 2 silver bars. Kind of like reminds me of a lieutenant's rank in the military. But so that's how you would take command from either here or the battle grid. And then I suppose already up, so you won't have to wait for me. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Might have to wait just a minute here. It looks like oh boy, that's a name. Thomas is having a little trouble loading in. If you've ever been curious as to why sometimes this is a minute, sometimes it's 20 seconds, is it's a minute by default to let everybody load in. Once everybody's loaded in, it cuts down to 20 or 10 seconds. I can't remember off the top of my head what they've said. That's kind of gone back and forth, but that's the reason for the difference in the timer. And if we had 2 people that were at 0 and 1 loaded in, it'd start that minute timer over again. So that's the reason you see some weird stuff sometimes when you're on the load screen. I've heard questions about that and figured, hey, since I'm out here waiting for this to go, I would explain that one too. So what we'll do is once this comes up, I'll issue a couple commands, and then I will sign off for this video and go help out my team, because issuing commands will not be very helpful. So once we go through the startup animation here, I will open up my battle grid and we'll show you all that stuff. Alrighty, so as you can see, chat still stays over the top. There's all the lance names, or all the lances and all the names of the pilots. As you can see, I can see where my teammates are, anything they're detecting, targeting. And let's go ahead and in D3, there we go, 3 lance names. So if I click on Alpha, I could tell them to attack. And then what I'd have to do is Bravo attack, and then Charlie attack. I'm going to remove those orders so they're out of people's ways. So that's an actual live look at how this works in game. As I said, I hope you enjoy these tutorials. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. Have a great luck on the battlefield. I'm going to sign off and go help my team fight this match instead of just sitting here in the corner playing with my battle grid. Thanks a lot, guys.